Hi everyone, let me ask you a question. Have you ever tried to explain what you do to your family and friends and gotten a blank look? Or is fear holding you and your online business back right now? Now, if you answered yes to either of those, you're going to love this month's free newsletter. How do you get a copy? Head on over to rightcom.com now. And by the way, if you want to make more money with your online business, you are going to love our coffee bean money making idea inside. So head over to rightcom, that's WRITECOME.com, and you'll find the newsletter waiting for you over there. Hi, this is Barry here, and you are very, very welcome to today's podcast episode from rightcom.com. And today's podcast episode is entitled, How Willing Are You to Embarrass Yourself? Do you ever notice sometimes that when we slip, we trip, we fall over, we're never really on the ground for long? You know, it's usually only a millisecond before we are back up on our feet. And our first reaction is to look around and just check and see that anyone noticed us. And if no one noticed us, well, that's great. We got away with it. We weren't embarrassed. And we can carry on our way. But you ever notice that maybe if somebody did see us, we're just embarrassed, we're mortified that somebody else is seeing us, in that situation? And, the more I'm spending online, writing books, doing podcasts, doing TikToks, or whatever I'm doing right now, or in the future, the more I have discovered that for you to, do those things, you have to be willing to embarrass yourself. If you plan to write a book, you have to be willing to write a book that maybe might embarrass you, or that you maybe write some scenes in it that maybe somebody can make fun at. They may make fun of your characters, your storyline, or whatever. But you have to be willing to just to kind of, stick your chin out there and just say, I don't care, I'm going to publish this book. And again, too, like doing this podcast here, you have to be willing sometimes to goof up, to make mistakes, to maybe mumble, to maybe stutter, to maybe say the wrong thing, but you have to be willing to put that out there, because you know that in the early days you are going to be terrible, but that you're going to need to do it over and over again for you to get better at it. And so you need to kind of put yourself into situations where you could suffer some embarrassment. Again, to take something maybe like public speaking, again, probably the first couple of times you stand up in front of an audience, you are probably going to not come across great. But you have to be willing to put yourself in a situation where you are going to embarrass yourself if you want to be a public speaker. Or again, singing, whatever. A lot of things, good things that we dream about, maybe winning a Super Bowl, maybe standing up on stage singing to a huge crowd in front of a stadium, or maybe, acting in a movie, or doing whatever we'd like to do. When you think about it, the reason we probably aren't going for those things is because we are afraid of embarrassing ourselves. We are afraid of showing off, how maybe unskilled we are, or how that we are just a complete amateur, or that we are just new to the game. But if you want to maybe achieve the goals, maybe the dreams, or whatever you are looking to achieve, chances are good it's going to involve you getting out of your comfort zone. It's going to involve you doing things you've never done before, and it's going to involve you stepping into situations where you could goof up, where you could just make an absolute clown out of yourself, and the whole world will see you. So if you're looking to do something great in life, if you are trying to do it without putting yourself into situations where you're embarrassing yourself, you're probably never going to achieve it, because nobody is going to see it. Maybe you mightn't put the work out there because you're afraid that some people maybe criticize it, may laugh at it, and maybe make fun of you. So give that some thought today. Whatever you're looking to achieve, there's probably a good chance that you are going to have to embarrass yourself in some way. And sometimes the bigger the goal, the bigger the dream, the more opportunity for embarrassment. You're not doing it in front of 10 people. You may be embarrassing yourself in front of 1,000 people, 10,000 people, 100,000 people if the goal is really, really big. So give that some thought today. Have a lovely day. Bye-bye.
Thanks for joining us today. If you'd like more from the rightcom.com podcast, be sure to subscribe now for more tips, tricks, and ideas you can use to make more money from your words. See you in the next episode.